Hey everybody, Matty EDC Reviews here, and today I want to talk to you about the Leatherman Surge. The Leatherman Surge is the largest of the multifunction tools that Leatherman offers. It comes in an aluminum finish or black oxidized finish, and this particular version also comes with the leather sheath. So, item number on this is 831024. This is the specific item number for this exact model. Different colors, different sheaths that they would come with will have different model numbers. The importance of this, getting one of these model numbers, is in the tool itself, and I will show you that in a moment. And it's a great option that now comes on some of the higher end Leathermans such as the Wave and the Surge. So opening the box, Surge comes packed with its leather sheath, which is a nice sheath. Has side belt carry and has a elastic sides for tool retention. I like the sheath a lot. It holds it in nice and well. I'm not sure though how long these are gonna last. You know, this type of material tends to dry out over time. It looks like there's some corduroy behind this elastic part here, so that might last a little bit better. But overall, I'm not gonna rely on this thing forever. The tool's gonna last forever, but the sheath I will probably replace at some point if it starts to fall apart. So also in the box is put this down, is a file setup here. I've been using this tool for probably close to a week now. So I've swapped out I've swapped out the blade, but in this little packet here will come with a file in it. And the nice thing about the Surge is it has a swappable blade system. So you will be able to swap out one blade for another, which is nice because the saw blade here, I don't foresee myself using it a lot, so I went ahead and pulled that and swapped it for the file instead, which is a nice coarse file. Be good for you know, smoothing things down. I will show you how that works. Alright, and just to get through some of the accessories, I also went with the bit extender kit. It's a 42-bit kit, part number 931014. And also a bit kit extender, which will come in handy. I will show you a little bit later how this works. And that is part number 931009. And that'll get there with the reflection. There we go. And just bear with me a little bit. This is my first video. I'm trying this out. I watch a lot of videos on YouTube, and I like what I see from some of the guys out there doing this. And I thought I'd, try my hand at it and maybe give back a little bit to the community by just putting out some information. That's all this really is, just a little information tutorial type deal. Alright, so let's just get to it. So here's the start of the show. I'm just going to move this stuff out so I can give you a nice working space here. So this is the start of the show. It is the Leatherman Surge in black oxidized. It is a very beefy tool. This guy, I believe, comes in at 12.2 ounces. So yeah, it's not gonna. I guess on a bigger guy, this could be an EDC carry. Something that's comfortable for someone to carry on their belt. Me personally, I'm putting it in the sheath and putting it in my EDC carry bag. I work outside every day, and I always have a backpack or a duffel with me. So having this in the duffel is not going to, add a significant amount of weight that I'm going to feel it, and I will have these tools on me all the time, which is fantastic. Alright, so let's just get into it. So first things first, we get the pliers, and they're great pliers, and the reason why I like them so much is also because they have the wire strippers, which wire stripper cutters, yeah, very helpful, especially when you're outside and you are doing some wiring on the car, or whatever you can, what you would use them for. So the beauty of this one, And why I urge people to get the most updated version of the Leatherman is because you get removable. These snippers are removable. That's what this screw here is for. And there's one on each side. And so if you chip these, if they go, if they wear down, if they just become unusable, you just swap them out. I'm thinking Leatherman offers these at a pretty decent price, so it shouldn't be too much to get a new set. If you're using it a lot, you buy a new set once a year, just to keep that edge and to keep the usability of the tool. Alright, so there's your pliers. So closing this back up, we'll go through the exterior. Now the pivot is really hard on this side. I've been using this for about a week now and I'm still having some trouble with this pivot. These do come with like a lock-in Torx screw. I don't know if you can see the little nipple thing in the middle there. So I'm going to need to get some security Torx bits to try to loosen that Torx up just a smidge, but I don't even know if I'll mess with it. It's double-sided Torx bits. I don't know the lock-in function of it yet, so it might just be something that just has to continue to break in. Now, before I even go any further with this review, I do want to, bring to the point that this thing it still is, just covered in grease, covered in oil. Comes off on the hands. It'll probably come off on the clothing, and just something to keep in mind. I mean, it does provide, provide smooth action. And I'm also guessing that Leatherman applies this as a rust inhibitor, at the factory. So you can see a little bit of the shine, down in this area here. It wipes off. I'm guessing, obviously, just with more use, it'll just break down more and more, eventually be gone. But just something to think about out of the box. When you get this new, it's going to be coated in an oil, pretty heavily too. So I've been using it a bit and have been able to knock most of that down, but just so you know. Alright, so let's get to it. First things first is the knife blade, 420 HC steel. It's got a nice, it's got a little bit of a recurve on it, but it's a nice flat grind, so you'll be able to cut through most things nicely. Actually, I should say it's got a little bit of a belly up here at the top, but for the most part, it's a good all-around, good purpose utility steel. Now, a nice thing with the Surge, and I would expect the Wave has this as well, is that it has has locking bars. So you just push this tab in right here, and the blade drops. So that's nice because it just gives you that extra sense of security. That blade's not going anywhere while you're cutting with it. This is a feature that Leatherman should have implemented a long time ago, and something now that they put in there, which is a very welcomed addition to the Leatherman tools. Alright, so there's your blade, and then if you move to the other side of this, you'll get your scissors. And scissors as they sit are not locking or not springing back. So there's a little bar here that you just need to put into position. Oop. Lift this guy up, and there we go. Now we got locking scissors. So these are very useful scissors. They got a decent, they got a decent blade on them. They got decent length, so I could see, cutting paper with it. Maybe trying to start a fire. You want to cut down some paper. I don't know why you wouldn't just rip it, but maybe the kids are doing projects and they need to cut something. So regardless, use it as you may. Once again, a nice locking bar, which is cool. So push that in, bring that back down. Now, when you close it, the scissors, this bar moves back. So every time you go to use the scissors, you will have to move this bar again forward to get the spring action in the scissors. All right, on to the other side. Serrated blade. Useful it is. My favorite, no, it's very sharp. So I've already nicked my finger on it once, just not being careful. It's got a nice tip. It's got a little, I don't know, what's that? Maybe a little bit of a tanto edge to it. It doesn't have a cutting edge though. So regardless, it's a it's a decent blade. Good for outdoors. Cutting wood, stuff like that. So that is your serrated edge, and then last but not least is your removable blade system. So right now I have the file in it. You can kind of see some of that oil I've been talking about. Right now I got the file in it, and this is a cool feature. What you basically do with this, in order to change out this tool here from the file, and the only other tool I have is the original saw that I showed you. And what you do is you move this piece. Let's see if I can get this on camera decently. Alright, so the way it looks here, you're gonna use your fingernail. Let's see. Bear with me, like I said, I've only used this thing a few times. And now that the oil is starting to dry up a little bit on it, it's getting a little bit more difficult to use. So, I can feel it wanting to go. It's nothing to do with the lock bar. Oh, you know what it is? Alright, so there's this little tab guy here. What you do is with your fingers, you just pull it up and just move it to the side. See what I did there? I just moved it over. See how far it goes over, just so you can see it. Alright. Now, that is going to hold, that's going to keep this, I guess, sleeve we'll call it, in place. Okay, so once that's moved, then you just pull this aside and your blade comes out. And these fit nice, they just go right in. And then you just, reverse the deal. Now I'll just show you, put the saw back in just as an example here. I don't know if Leatherman offers more. One thing I noticed, I'll show you in a second. Alright, so to put the saw in, you line the sack up. Now it's not as tight as the file, so you got to kind of hold your fingers. Just bring this back up all the way, and then just push pull it back in, your little locker, and that's it. We're locked. Now, one thing I was going to bring up is, with the file, what's interesting is it's a decent coarse file, but there's nothing on the other side. They could have put a diamond file on this side. It's just a smooth. There's nothing there. I mean, I don't know. It just seems like a lost opportunity to provide a little bit more usability to this tool. So anyways, now that we're locked back in with the saw, and you just push your lock bar down and drop it in. Alright, on to the next set of features, which is the interior tools. And the interior tools, basically, you have I should have shown this first. You have a little push button doohickey thing there. When you push that in, it releases your tools on this side. So you get your 3 tools on this side, and that is your small screwdriver, large screwdriver, all flathead, which I'll get to that in a little bit, but I would have liked to have seen a little bit more Phillips head bits in this tool itself. But okay, regardless. So the awl is nice and sharp. You definitely could puncture some cloth with that. You have a hole there for sewing if you need to. Maybe put some paracord through a tent. I don't know. Closing that back up, there's nothing else you need to do with this. It just locks back into place. Yes. So other side, push on our tab, bring these guys out, and you have, let's see, that's it. Alright, so you got your bottle opener, can opener, and then you have your bit, which this is kind of the selling point as well with this tool. I like the fact that they offer a socket type, bit holder for it, and I'll show you how all that works in a minute. Standard with the tool is a decent sized Phillips head and another flathead. Now, could they have done 2 different size Phillips heads? Yes, but did they? No. So, is what it is. These lock in pretty good. They're not going anywhere once they're in there, so I don't feel like this would ever come out if, in the sheath, or if you were carrying this in your pocket. I think you'll be fine. It's plenty secure. Alright, so closing that back up, what is left to show on this? You get your ruler. You have your standard Leatherman ruler. Yeah, okay. How about this side? And, you know, inches, millimeters, fine. 10 inches on each side. All right. I'm sorry. 6 inches, 6, 5, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 inches total. So that's how that measures out. 10 inches total. Like I said, I'm new at this, so give me a break. All right. Let's just get into real quick how the bit driver works, which, like I said, is my favorite part of this tool. Well, that and the snips. I like the snips a lot too. Let's put this one down so we don't nip a finger again. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is now show you one of the two accessory packs I got. Accessory pack number 1 is the Leatherman 42-bit kit. Why I keep these in the packages, I don't know. Well, I don't want to lose them in my bag, so I just keep everything wrapped up in one of the accessory packs. So this is a nice pack because in terms of variety, there's a lot going on here. You've got your different size Phillips heads. You have a lot more flat heads. You even got some Torx bits, a couple driver bits. Yeah, I like the Allen key bits. It's very useful. And on the second packet, you got a couple more driver bits, Torx, very small screwdriver, which is great for, this guy right here is great for doing glasses. If you're out there and your glasses loosen up on you, you can tighten them back up with that. So overall, I find this to be a really good value to go along with it. I believe separately, the bit kit runs around 24 bucks, and I purchased this on eBay from a vendor called Photo for Less, and they offer the bit kit and the Leatherman Surge together for about 124 bucks. I think I paid 123 and change, free shipping. So I found that to be a really good value, and I had no issue with authenticity or anything like that. They're a Leatherman dealer, and you know, I know people like to order direct from the different knife companies, but I do a lot of shopping on eBay, and you know, as long as the stuff is authentic, it's coming from a supposed authorized dealer, then I'm fine with that. I don't have any issue with buying stuff and off eBay. And the nice thing too is that PayPal's there to cover your butt. So if anything goes wrong, you know, PayPal will be able to give you money back. And it's you know, it's just good protection for a buyer. Alright, so I'll put our file back in, supposedly. The other accessory I got was the bit driver extender. I'll show you how it works. Bit driver extender is nice because you can then have all this additional length for getting up into something when you need to get at a hard to reach spot with your Leatherman bit kit. So very easily drop that in. Nice thing too is this does also function as a knife driver. Not sure what size that is. I guess in the manual it probably would say, but it's not. That's not its primary function. Its primary function is to, you know, become a bit driver extender. So you just slide your bit in there. These are flattened, so they just slide right into where the notches are inside the nut driver. And then there you go. You have a nice extension. So if you need to get up into something to tighten up a bolt, tighten up a screw on let's say a lawnmower. All right, this would easily help you out with that. So that's the bit driver. I did have to purchase this separately. It was not part of the package I bought. 15 bucks, 16 bucks maybe on Amazon. I went with silver just because it was cheaper. The black one was like an additional $4 and didn't feel it really to be necessary. If for some reason this falls on the ground, becomes loose in my EDC pack, it'll be good visibility. So that is your bit driver. Not just a couple things I wanted to bring up, not negatives, but cons, I guess we'll say. First is the oil. You know, I've been using this for about a week, and you can still see my hands are dirty. I'm going to clean these right before I did this video. So I'm still getting a lot of oil off this. Other thing is, your fit and finish is good. I wish this pivot was just a little bit looser. It doesn't need to be as tight as it is. It's, you know, this is a tool that gets plenty of use and should probably loosen up over time, but regardless, it, you know, shouldn't be that tight to start with. And third thing, I like that snappy noise. Third thing is the manual that comes with it. This is kind of a joke, you know. That's why I watch a lot of YouTube videos to learn stuff, and it's, you know, due to some of this type of documentation that comes with these items nowadays. That's why YouTube has become my virtual instruction manual for life. I just wanted to show you like how to use the blade removal system. You know, the blade exchanger they call it. So it's just the, you know, it's the, you know, they say over here blade exchanger on this side. Sorry, getting used to this camera. And then it's just pictures, just how-to pictures. That's it. You know, it's not gonna, doesn't show you how to, you have to pull this little tab out. You know, this little tab needs to sweep left or right, okay? And in order for this to loosen up, it's not explained in the manual. So, all right, well, yeah, that's, oh, one little thing that does show is 25-year warranty with this. Leatherman is, this is a United States of America manufactured device. I believe it's made in Idaho, is that correct? Oregon, sorry. And warranty service should be fine. So if ever you break a tool on it, contact them, send it back, and they will repair it. The only other con that I felt was an issue with this device is the, I don't know, I don't even know if it's really an issue, but I'm just trying to find the original blade. Let's see, here it is here. You gotta have this closed in order, see, here we go again with the pivot. I don't personally, and I know this is because I got the black anodized one, but you know, this blade, it's got a little bit of a recurve, and then it's got this black up here. This is all gonna wear away. Right? The minute you start really cutting with this, you're gonna lose all this finish on it, which in turn is gonna, you know, be a bit of an issue for rusting. So you gotta maintain this like any other tool. You know, proper maintenance is required. Don't think that this is just gonna stay in this condition forever. You know, you have to be proactive with your maintenance with your tools. You know, they're here to serve you, and you need to make sure you're keeping them in the best of condition. Alright, so with that being said, I just wanted to go over a couple other things. You know, like I said before, weight with this guy is an issue. If you're going to carry this on your belt, just make sure you know what you're getting into. It's a heavy little guy. It's not going to be unnoticeable on the belt. Other than that, definitely get the bit kit. I did see on Amazon, I think they had the complete set. I believe it even came with the bit driver, and it was like $135, which I think is a really good deal. Now, this is as of the, you know, taping of this video. So prices can change. So keep that in mind. If you know, you're watching this video 6 months from now, you're gonna maybe see a different price. You know, another good thing you can do is add it to your cart and see if they get any price change. You know, this thing might drop down for a flash sale. I don't know. Just something to think about. So with that being said, this is my first video, like I said earlier. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any comments, concerns, any constructive criticism, just post it below. I'm definitely open to criticism because, like I said, this is my first video and I'm still learning. If you did find this video helpful at all, if you could hit the like button, that would be awesome. And I'm going to be trying to do one of these videos. I'm hoping to go once a week. You know, I buy all my gear. I'm not being given any of this stuff. So, you know, as budget allows, I will try to bring some more gear to the EDC reviews, Matty EDC reviews. And so I'm hoping once a week I can have some stuff come through and put a review out for it. So with that being said, thank you again for watching, and I hope you enjoy your day.